So I wanted to do something just a little different. I have been digital planning for quite some time. I've made a lot of spreads, both on camera and off camera and everything in between. If you haven't seen the past couple of videos, I've been actually paper journaling, so I've been doing some creative journaling. So let me show you, before we get into digital, let me show you just a few spreads from my paper journaling. So this is the Daily Grind, like really pretty cover for Valentine. I don't use her daily planner because, again, it's paper planner and I do everything digitally. So Angie Bellmare of the Daily Grind, I think she has two channels, the Daily Grind podcast and then and her regular channel, but her company is called the Daily Grind, and she made my dream life blueprint. And so I don't use her planning system, I kind of do. I do use her dream life blueprint, and this is a whole big book. It doesn't even fit on screen how large it is, but it's a workbook essentially, and you kind of find out who you are, what your goals are, and everything like that. I could use a regular notebook to put in all the notes that I get from there, things that I want to keep, but my creative brain has to have some kind of outlet, some kind of something visual. So I came up with having it in here. I'm gonna get the one that's in black, which is the luxe version, so I can keep that one for forever. But I figured for Valentine, I thought I couldn't miss out on this cover. Like, I like Mean Girls, and this was like so cute. But anyway, so what I've done in here, she has her acts of kindness over here, which I think is cool as well. But I made a cover page for it, so it just says start with a single step, and then I have kind of like the areas that I want to fix. So this is like my self-growth kind of notebook, and so I have things I've been reading, podcasts on finance, and then the personal one is everything from the blueprint. So I've been listening to a lot of financial books, and I'm just taking notes, literally, that's all it is. And this is just her lined paper, and I just make, sometimes I make it pretty just because I'm a visual person, and I just seeing words on a page kind of drives me insane. If anyone's like me, please let me know so I don't feel so alone. Anyway, so then this is the personal one. She has this thing called, and look how cute this is. On V-Day we wear pink. Okay, so she has this thing called Fill Your Cup, and it's kind of like a quiz and some things to kind of figure out what fills your cup. Essentially, you go through all of these little quizzes to kind of figure out what fills your cup, what do you get most excited about. But I wanted to do that in a very creative visual form, so I just wrote some of the words and the things and just surrounded it by the actual pictures of the stuff that I could do to fill my cup. And this is what helps me fill out my planner and fill out my goals, basically. So I just wanted to show that. Next up is my forever journal. So this is the one that I want to get passed to the kiddos, and so I haven't done much of anything in it because this side is supposed to be decorative, the back is supposed to be writing about an experience or something that I want them to learn. I haven't done anything. I will say I hate this cardboard crap. I feel like I want to cut it out, but I don't want to damage the whole book, but it's really on my nerves. But that's neither here nor there. Today I just finished filming this, just like a journal with me kind of quiet time thing, and I was going back and forth on it, and I still don't really like it, but I'm gonna leave it. I don't like that as much as I like this one, but we're gonna leave it. I added the little Saturday sticker for today, and then in the back of this I am supposed to once again write. Actually, this side is for this, because this one I'm gonna leave it alone because it's like the, I think I wrote, I have to tape this back. This was an introductory page, and then seen that. And then the other one, which is my play creative journal, I already showed that in a video that should be coming up soon, either before this one. It should already be out, or it might be after this video. Anyway, let's get into my digital planner. Okay, so again, I've been digital planning for quite some time, And I would love to show you, actually. Let's see if I can go back that fast. So in my planners past is all the planners that I've used, tried, whatever. I think I even have more than this. So I believe I started with Pixie. I don't even think I have it in here. It's not 2019. Oh yes it is. So she had, let me see if I can find her page, her name. I forgot, but it was like 2019, 2018. No, it was 2018. Yeah, I started out with this. There weren't many digital planner creators, so I think she was called Pixie Design or Pixie something. I forgot what her name is, what her company is, because I don't think she does it anymore. And so this is how, if you notice, like most creators now, they make this landscape planner a little wider like that. But again, this was from back in the days. This particular one was from 2019, but I had used this over and over again for several years. I just bought that one file. It was undated, so you had to go in and add your own things. And I've always been into, social media, and this was my whole social media page. That's why it's called Keep It Social. And then I would have all of my posts in kind of a very Erin Condren Happy Planner format, because I used to paper plan before this, obviously. And so let's see if there's anything exciting in here. So this was a cute page, and these were her stickers as well, because they fit perfectly into the binder. So if I move this, you'll see that it has the rings. So all you had to do was come up here, put it in place. Of course I'm gonna mess it up, right? Put it in place, and it looks like it snapped in place. So she had those coming out. I think every month she had like a different theme. So I just ended up using her stuff for a while. Then I started venturing out. I'm trying to see what else is interesting. This one was really pretty. Oh, this one messed up over here. What happened? Yeah, this one was really pretty. It was a unicorn theme. And then I had some of I did like a little collage for my baby's birthday, back when he turned 8, which he's about to be 13. Crazy how time flies. Let me see. Let's see what else. Let me do it like this. June was cute too, because June was the mermaid. Here's I believe this was like a 30-day Instagram challenge. Then I had my calendar. This was like a vintage. It was adorable. It was so cute. Again, my social media page. Let's see why we went back to June. November was kind of cute too, not gonna lie. And because I bought these stickers, I can always use them over and over again for anything else that I want. I think December was the cutest for me. See, I've always been like, I don't know, I have to do things visually. So these were all like my goals for the month. And then this is when I was working on my design shop on Etsy. I did mostly at the time interior design and event design before I started venturing into digital stickers. And this was one of my favorite months. I still have, like I said, all of these stickers, and I still use them to this day, because if you buy something, just keep using it. So I love this page. I thought it was so cute. The only thing is, I think after this year I might have been over the landscape planner. I was like, okay, oh, I think I did like this week looks crazy. You see how it looks like the happy planner? Erin Condren vibes. And I kind of like that. Look at the headers. Whoa, look at the headers. And I think after this I fell off. Yeah. And I might have gone into another planner. Then we went into, I think, the 2020 planner. I found this minimal planner. I did like it. This was like the overview of it. So in 2020 I went into this planner. Like I said, I was getting tired of the landscape, so I wanted to try portrait, and I found this very minimalistic type of planner. Just a basic calendar. The dates were, the week was basic. Let me see. had your goals, your why, your action steps. Like, it was really, it treated me good. I don't even remember. I would have to go back all the way into Etsy to see what this planner was even called. And then this was the month overview, the weekly overview, and then like the weekly spread. But I didn't like, and this was the month, the dailies. I didn't, to this day I don't really use the dailies. I use it when I feel like it. I didn't like this horizontal thing. I wasn't feeling it. So let's see if I did end up using all the way to December, I think. And that's when I think I found Christian's Luxe book. Or maybe I didn't. So that's 2020, 2021. Yeah. Well, 2021. No, I'm lying. For 2021, I wanted to stay in portrait, but I ended up using this black version of a planner. And let me see. I liked it, but it was hard to keep switching the pen color to white all the time. It was annoying, actually. And then finding things that look good on black paper, to do that every single day. Like, in theory it was cute, but I was again getting over it. Then I ended up having to go into Canva and making my own banners, and this was the start of going into digital stickers. Then I went into Christians, and then I've been kind of in Christians and dot planner for a while. So, you know, I really like to run through I'm not one of those people that changes their planners like all the time. I don't do that all the time. I like to keep my planners for quite some time before I decide to change them. But I showed you some of those layouts. They're very boring. I started getting into more creative planning when I found Luxe book. Thanks to her and her videos, these are the spreads that I did during that time. So this was one of my first layouts that I actually really liked. I don't know if I ever used it and finished it. I don't know what happened here. I'm not 100% sure. This was my first page of the year, and it was just kind of like all about me. So I just did a creative with a camera and a little blurb. It says it. I wanted to do this page to express my creativity. It has always been part of me. So it's just talking about how creative I was, or I am, I should say. This is my first week using one of her template pages and kind of laying this out. I wanted to do like little boxes with different fonts for the date. So like the 10 in this font, the 111 in that font, 12 in that, you get it. And that was all kind of modeled after something she did. Then I did this one. I just wanted a plain black page with this week's goals. I love this one. The only thing I didn't like was that this black, for some reason, this black picture didn't match the black behind it. And I think around this time, because I know that's a February sticker. This is a February sticker, so I know around this time I made my first, I made my first sticker collection. So that was exciting for me, and I remember, and they weren't even that exciting. When I first did my first sticker, was for Valentine, because I didn't see anything that was cute that I wanted to have. So I made some. I decided to put it on Etsy to see what would happen, and it went from there. Then I started making stickers every single month. So this was another black page, because at this point I wanted to do a few pages, a little something different. Then I made this monthly check-in, because I was writing. I noticed that one of my planners had like this setup where I did like the last month in review, big wins, reschedule, and progress, new habits to make. And then I ended up wanting this for every single month. So I actually offer this still in the shop if you're interested. It's just a PNG that you can import into whatever planner you currently have, and you can fill out at the end of the month. So you can check in to see, you know, with yourself, with your goals and the things that you're doing. So I did that. Then because that year was 22, yeah, so I did like a 22 spread with the moon and just a little blurb about what that year meant. This was fairly simple, but I liked it. Kept it simple and cute. Sometimes I go really minimal, sometimes I go all out. It depends on my mood. And then I wanted to do this at the end of every week. I don't think I went very far with this part. I wanted to do like a weekly check-in as well at the beginning of the week. So kind of like what's going on this week, personal, home, work, friends, and family. Funny enough, I have this exact same things or questions that I ask myself on my Notion for every day and every week when I create my goals and things like that. So here are potential speed bumps. If I do, what can I do about it? And I still have that. It's again, it's another sticker. Let me see if I can show you without moving everything. So it's a sticker. You can't see it because I made it white for this page, but that's what that is. And I actually still like it. Then the Janet Jackson documentary came out. I had done a discography on Mariah Carey in my previous planner, but this one I wanted to make with Miss Jackson. And I just did her discography, every album she had come up with and a little bit about it. So I wrote like released on September blah blah blah. You get it. So I did this in Canva and I offered it to my subscribers for free. So whoever likes Janet, they can enjoy that. They can print it out. They can do whatever they want with it. Then this week here's the real reason. So these are transparent stickers. I call them overlaying stickers. You see it? It's very light pink, but they're transparent stickers that you can kind of overlay over anything. However, I love ampersands. No idea why I love them so much, but I do. And this week I really didn't have anything I wanted to do. I was like, I don't know how to design this week, so I'm just whatever, I'm gonna just throw up this ampersand, make it larger, and that's gonna be the week's design. And it worked, and I love it to this day. So I ended up doing that. And then I did a kind of like a I actually used a currently page. So if I clear this page, you'll see that it's the currently page from Luxbook, but I wanted to use it because it filled out 7 days. So I used it as a 7-day week, and this was Fashion Week. And this was another sticker that I made, another sticker collection that I made, which is called Fashion Digital Sticker, something like that. So kind of, I'm being from New York, Fashion Week is always a big deal. You always go down there, Bryant Park, to see all the people dressed up, celebrities. So I kind of wanted to give an homage to that. So I did Fashion Week stickers. My favorite shoe of all time, which is the Christian Dior slingbacks. And just a few things, my top 3 for the week, blah, blah, blah. This was the same thing, the same Fashion Week, and I wanted to do kind of like a spread on my favorite brands. Gucci, Valentino, Chloe, Chanel, and Dior and Saint Laurent. And then again, this is one of those overlaying things that I made in that collection. This I love. So keeping up with fashion for this week, I wanted it to be just a simple row of things over here, and I did this girl in all her fabulosity. This was Valentine's week. Yeah, this was Valentine's week, Monday, February 14th. So I wanted to do a Valentine's spread, but I didn't want it to be too Valentine-y. I don't know what that means, but I didn't want it to be like cutesy. I wanted it to be like a more sophisticated, fashion forward layout. I searched for the Valentino logo and the font, and when I was able to find something close to it, this is not the exact Valentino font, but it's very, very close to it. So I did a play on words, obviously. So instead of writing Be My Valentine, I used their logo as kind of like a play on words because it looks like Valentino. So then I just added one of my favorite bags in it. So for this one, I was listening to music, I think on the 14th or right before Valentine's Day, and this song came to mind, Dear No One by Tori Kelly, and it's just for us single girls, you know. So I just wrote the lyrics. I just did a vintage spread with paper and just wrote the lyrics. This was one of my favorite weeks. I ended up doing a watercolor from my watercolor collection. I ended up using the watercolor stickers. So these are watercolor stickers here. That's a sticker. I just made it smaller, and I just ended up doing the same thing with the numbers. Every number, and this is just some handwriting things that I was supposed to go back and fix. So this is where I started, and thanks to Luxbook and her tutorials, like on her YouTube channel and her lives that she would do, I started playing around with editorial and getting into kind of like that minimalist setup for the planner. So what I'm gonna do from here on out is I'm going to be silent, enjoy the flip through with some nice cozy music in the background, and if I want to talk more about the particular spread, I will actually go ahead and talk to you. I'll voice it over. If you notice here how many dark pages, I wanted to do a few dark pages together. So if I were to ever print this, I can do these kind of like next to each other. And then this one belonged to another one, but I don't remember. This one was supposed to belong to another one, but I realized that I ended it at the 30th. So I was gonna do another page. Actually, I believe I did end it with a black page if I ever decide to print it, so they can be kind of side to side. This, of course, was the war in Ukraine. I kind of wanted to document it just so that I can have some memory of it, because once things happen, sometimes we forget or we have to go back and look into what it was. I wanted to have like a space that I created for myself to remember it. These are some dashboards that I created through every single month. I believe this was one of the fullest months that I had. Like, I had something. March is always a busy month because it's my son's birthday and spring break, and we're always either doing something or going away. So I kind of wanted to showcase that. And I remember making March digital stickers with this hunter green color as the theme. And so I put a lot of those stickers on this page. I love this spread because I wanted to showcase, as my business started growing and my channel started growing, these are all the lovely comments that people left me on either Instagram, Etsy, or my YouTube channel. And I wanted a place when I was feeling down that I can come to. Like, look at this. I love it, sis. I found you on YouTube and covered your description for your IG and couldn't find you. I was sad, but thank God for IG Explore page. You popped up on my personal page. So happy to follow you. Love your work. See that? I love your content so much. I'm quite new to digital journaling, but I purchased the Luxbook planner in December, and I love seeing your posts. I'm a newbie, but I love this video. This video was very inspiring and quite informative. I absolutely love your stickers. And then as my shop was growing, congratulations, you made 70 sales. And I just wanted to have that. And then what I did was I put them like that in case I ever do want to print it again in a format of a book. I'll have a place to go to, and I actually want to do this again every single year. I want to do it. This was one of my favorite spreads. It's a very editorial, very minimalist, fashion forward spread, and once I put it up, there was a few people that was like, oh, I'm doing it. And it just feels so good when somebody's like, oh, I'm gonna copy that, I'm gonna do that too. It just makes me proud of my work, I guess. So this was, I did the 30-day spread that Kristen does, but usually they'll be right next to each other. But because I had my son's birthday the next day, or not the next day, in March, then I ended up putting 3/9, which because my son was born on 3/9 and Mr. Biggie Smalls passed away on 3/9, so I kind of did this spread for the both of them. I just wrote a little thing about him, And then this page just in memory of page, which I love. So this is the other side of that 31 page. This started at 16, ended at 31. And what I did is I wrote a little kind of like mini journaling in every one of these little slots. Queen Selena passed away on the 31st of March, so I had to include her as well. So I wanted to include this here because this was a music challenge that failed. Well, it didn't fail. I did it all. I just never did the thing. I started off really strong. So day one was a song with a color in it, and I picked The Lady in Red. Day two was a song you like with a number in the title, and I did 4 minutes. Day 4 was a song that reminds you of someone you'd rather forget. This is Get Gone by Ideal. I was like, what? Day 5 was a song that needs to be played loud, and this is Casanova by Levert. A song that reminds you of summer, Jay, Don't Walk Away. You know, I want to finish it. It's super cute, so I'm gonna make, you know what, let's flag that. I'm gonna make it my business to finish it. I think it's really cute. And that was a 30-day song challenge. And then what I did also was post it on Instagram with the song, and then I did my own spread. I think it was the black. I think I was having issues with the black. So if I redo this, I think I'm gonna do it in color, like in white with full color, because trying to find things, that's what I'm saying, trying to find things that kind of look good on black paper is hard. So that's what I think stopped me. So I'm gonna redo this in color. Just a quick FYI, every time you see handwriting, it's because I was going back, kind of writing it throughout the week, and then at the end of the week I sat down and made them into font. Now that I've been using the scribble function, I no longer do this. So this was back in the days. I love this. I don't know where this came from, but I wanted to write this week facing the opposite way of each other, and then doing like these little boxes coming off of it. I'm not sure if I saw this in a magazine. No, I think I saw, I don't know, I don't remember where I saw this, but it got so popular again that I ended up offering the template with the boxes and the word this week to my subscribers, because everybody was like, I love that, that is so unique. I get a lot of my things from looking at magazine spreads, and then I just do them. I was like, I always say like, why not, you know? So that was that. This spread I got from bullet journals, looking at and getting inspired by their spread. This was another popular spread on Instagram that a lot of people, I believe they either did. I just love it. I think it looks so clean and classy, and it was just so simple to do, and all from the bullet journal community. This is when I really started here, just going into bullet journaling. And if there was something that they had that I liked, then I started getting even more creative. Before, I was kind of sticking to the templates that Christian had. At this point, I started just venturing out and making my own stuff. Like, I drew all of these boxes. I drew these boxes too, which is why some of them, if you notice here, they don't line, oh, you can't really see it anymore, but they don't line up perfectly because I hand did these. But I love it. Very simple. This is for a spread for my son when he graduated from school. This is another spread that I did that I wanted to go together, and I wanted to be different. So every day I wanted to start June 1st and I wanted to end the 7th. I used my June stickers for these. It was a mermaid theme, and I just added boxes with like these little tabs. Again, very reminiscent of bullet journals, and I think I might have gotten the idea from a Pinterest page I saw, but I brought it into my digital planner. This, I just wanted to use post-it notes for my day and mini journal. So this was my mini journaling. This was my mini journaling, and I wanted to do it on post-it. And again, I just came up with it out of nowhere. I was like, I think that'd be cute. I love this Juneteenth spread. Kind of like, you know, the history of when it started, a newspaper clipping on it. If you don't know this by now, I'm a very big history geek, especially BIPOC history. So I love this spread. My birthday month. Olivia passed away August 8th. This spread was so fun because I created kind of like old school retro Fresh Prince vibe stickers. It's back to school, and I kind of modeled them after these Jordans, the Fresh Prince. And it was my baby's first day of school, so I had to do like a school. See how cute they are? They're like retro stickers. I want to actually get these printed out. I think that'll make a cute sticker sheet set because these sneakers are so cute. And the font, this is the Fresh Prince font or something very like close to it. I had to search and search and search to see if I can find it, and I finally found something that I liked, so I love that sticker set. This page I absolutely loved because it was like a vintage page pinup, and I did this for Mother's Day. These are Mother's Day stickers actually, and you can see I used some of these vintage images. It's my birthday. It says KG in the back. If you see that, I got this again from a magazine layout. This was actually last year, and I started doing these monthly boards. I was never doing them before until last year, and I was like, oh, I really like this. So this is Dreaming in Italiano. This is Italy. My dream place to go to one of these days. This was me creating another creative spread. I wanted to do something different for the beginning of September, so I just did like a vintage just for the first week, kind of like a dashboard if you will, and then I carried it on to the next week, staying in the vintage vibes with the September stickers, kind of like using one of the stickers as a background. This is mini journaling, so I wanted to do like a self-care type of thing. This was actually last year's mood board, and everybody went crazy over it, especially this Harry Potter stuff, because Dumbledore had just passed away. Well, the actor that plays Dumbledore. And then I just added a few things. I was reading The Fourth Wing, so that's supposed to be Violet Sorrengail and her dragon, or one of the dragons. And then just Harry Potter. This was another bullet journal spread. Wanted to put the boxes just everywhere and have them be together. This was a failed project. This was supposed to be a Christmas countdown thing. I'm supposed to put the prompts on this side and then the answers over here. 25 days of music. But I failed miserably. This was another bullet journal inspired spread on 2 pages. This was my word of the year for 2022. This was my Christmas board last year. I love it because I was just thinking of Christmas in the city. London, New York, one of the two, so I mixed both in here. Then this was my January 2024 mood board. Very moody, dark academia vibes. This is from a book, the layout I liked, so I copied it. I never really used it. This was the other layout that you just saw. This is yet another layout from a magazine that I want to do something with. I hand drew that because that is actually on my wall right now. So I took the picture and kind of drew it in white because it's only in black. So you can see some of the wiggly parts because I was drawing it. It's a line drawing, so line drawings are literally you start with the pencil and you never finish until you get to the end. You don't pick up the pencil, so that's why it kind of looks crappy. This was another layout. This was the word of the year for 2023, which was, if you can see, that's a Q, and it's querencia. Just a place from which one's strength is drawn, where one feels at home, the place where you are your most authentic self. So it was all about making my home a cozy spot and place for me to live. This was my favorite thing. They have one girl, somebody last year, I don't remember what, they were doing this thing about the year you were born, what happened the year you were born. And so I made it. I found again another magazine or newspaper, I don't know what it was, but it actually had Johnny Depp on the cover, on the page like this. And so I used it to make mine. So I was born 1978. Instead of New York Times, as the Chloe George Times. So I did 1978, born in Santo Domingo. I never even finished the words, but they're there. On the radio, August 1978, 3 Times the Lady by the Commodores. President Jimmy Carter helps negotiate the treaty of something. Here's the subway, New York City in 1978, which was so cool. The average cost of a new home was $62,000. The household income was $15,000. That's bananas. Cost of a first class stamp is 13 cents. Cost of a gallon of regular gas was 63 cents. Cost of a dozen eggs, 82 cents. Cost of a gallon of milk, $1.71. Now it's like crazy. Slang crib. I got a skitty. I never heard of none of these for that, so I did, my research. Keep on stepping. Later days. My man. Pad. Peace, love, and granola. Peace out. Say brother. Shaggin' wagon. What's cracking? What it is. So that was the 70s. In the theaters was Grease, Pretty Baby, Halloween, Superman, The Deer Hunter, Death on the Nile, Midnight Express. That might be why I love Superman so much, because the movie came out the year I was born. 1978, Sony introduces the first portable stereo. Okay. Jim Jones's followers commit mass suicide in Jonestown, Guyana. That was crazy. Can't believe that happened on the year I was born, so that was fun. Another bullet journal spread. Oh, this is the start of my Disney spreads. So I started off with Minnie and Mickey. I don't even like the colors red or yellow, but because Mickey and Minnie wear it, I had to make this spread this color. And I found Disney fonts that I purchased. It's not all the way Disney, obviously, because they're copywritten, but close enough to where I can make the days of the week match up with the font. And I think it's so cute. My favorite is this little guy right here. Peace. I love it. It's adorable. It's adorable. And then I did Mary Poppins. My Disney spreads tell kind of a story. They're supposed to be kind of like in the way it happened in the movie. So she comes down on the cloud. So that's what she's doing over here. Patting herself, coming down. Then she comes into her, the house with the suitcase. Then she starts cleaning the nursery or singing to the kids, a spoonful of sugar. And then they go on this little adventure with Bert. Then they meet the little penguins. So it kind of tells the little story of the movie, which now it makes me want to watch it. I think I'm going to watch it after this anyway. And then this was the everything else. So this was my favorite. Again, this tells this kind of the same thing whereas, you know, she was in her little hometown. Then she meets the Beast. She meets the candle, what's his name? Oh my god, I can't believe I forgot his name. Chippy is over here, and then we have Mrs. Potts, and then they dance together. It's one of my favorite spreads. And then of course we've got the Little Mermaid. I love this spread too because I did a gradient in the back. I don't know, it's so cute. Then I did Cinderella, again, tells a story. And then I did Tiana. She's so cute, again, tells a story as well. Look at her sitting over here. Tell me, of all the, let's go back. Of all the Disney spreads, which one is your favorite? Comment down below. I actually did this one on camera because I've kind of followed the same format I had done the year previously, but I did it with this different colors and kind of did a little scenery down here. I prefer this one to this one. This one's cute, but it's very basic. This one was popping. Guys, I hope you enjoyed that. That was everything that I created in my planner as far as creative layouts and things like that. Let me know again, out of all the Disney spreads, which one was your favorite. I would love to know that. I can't decide between Tiana and Beauty and the Beast. I love them both, but you let me know what was yours, and if this gives you inspiration to make your own spreads, let me know in the comments below, and I'll talk to you next week in another video. Bye.